Yo, what's up everyone, it's the Dark Horse, I'm doing well, welcome. So the new set just dropped, and I ain't gonna lie, it's fucking madness. Alright, they're gonna monetize me for that, but it's fine. But you can't hype up a deck without dropping a few F-bombs. And I ain't gonna lie, this new Shining Sarcophagus deck build is insane. Like, genuinely, when you can master it and play it off, it's really simple, very easy, solid negations. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Let's just watch. Right, so basically we jumped into this duel, and shout out to John. It was a good duel. Run Scareclaw. Lucky enough I managed to be able to play off, see the Max C, been able to pick up a few extra cards. This is the first ever duel I ever got to experience with using the Gandora. Like, obviously the new engine of Shining Sarcophagus, and when I mean it pops, like the attack power. Gandora itself is insane as well. Literally. Look. I ain't trying to be a hyper, but I am hyped. Like, I would not hype up. I wouldn't act without its true potential. And to be honest, I think it can compete with Tempai. It sounds insane. Based upon the cards you get. Look, we activate the Sarcophagus. We add the Dark Magician. We special summon the Dark Magician. It goes to defense mode. We super polymerization, get rid of the Link monster with the Dark Magician, Starve and Venom. Obviously, Gandora comes out. I was experimenting here. I activate the spell card. Right, hold up. So I want to explain this to you all, yeah? I started the chain with Future Silence, yeah? So you can add one monster that mentions Shining Sarcophagus from your deck to your hand. Then you've activated this card during the battle phase while you control Shining Sarcophagus and a monster that mentions it. Each player draws until they have six cards in their hands. Mental, yeah? Because that's a boost on for these cards. Silent Magician 0 and Silent Swordsman 0. But because they had activated the Scareclaw Kashtira, we can then activate Turn Silence. So target one face of monster you control, increase its level by 3. Also, if you activate this card in response to your opponent's monster effect activation, while you control Shining Sarcophagus and a monster that mentions it, negate the opponent's effect. During your player's damage step, this is what's crazy, this is what's going to beat Tempai. During damage calculation, if your monster that mentions Shining Sarcophagus battles, you can banish this card from your graveyard, end the battle phase. So you survive against Tempai off a simple spell card. Look. I was experimenting. I wanted to know what the crack was. I wanted to know how powerful, what you could go off with Gandora. Gandora comes out. If you control Shining Sarcophagus, you can special summon this card from your hand, which we originally did. I can't even speak English. You can pay half your life points to destroy as many other cards on the field as possible. And if you do banish them, then special summon one level 7 or lower monster that mentions Shining Sarcophagus from your deck and increase its level by the number of cards destroyed by this effect. Look. In the initial build that I've got going, I do not have Dimension Shifter. I would probably advise running it, because if you're up against Tempai, Kashtira, anything that can potentially put cards that are banished, obviously most decks need their banish zone. Obviously you're going to need it, but you're not going to need it massively. So what you could do is activate the Shining Sarcophagus, bring out Gandora, bing bang boom, activate the effect, pay half your life points. Your Shining Sarcophagus will stay on the field because it cannot be destroyed by monster effects. Gandora nukes the board, everything gets banished and goes bye bye. And then you can special summon a level 7 or lower monster that mentions Shining Sarcophagus from your deck, which then leads into the special summon of either another Gandora or a Silent Magician 0. Oh. Actually, ignore that. You can't bring Gandora out. You have to bring out Silent Magician 0 or Silent Swordsman 0. My bad. Sorry. I lost myself. Increasing its level as well. It's based on how many cards were destroyed. So, with it being level 4, we were able to destroy 7. Can't do maths. 7. So, we got to boost its attack by an extra 500 for each level. Bro, we were cooking. Look, I'm going to be honest. We made some deck adjustments after this. Yeah, we got rid of the Pot of Prosperity because Pot of Prosperity is going to prevent you from having an OTK potential play. Drop it. Don't run it. It's up to you. Personally, I like the idea of doing 7,500 damage and then also having a negation on board if they activate a spell card. If you get the other one out, you can negate a card that's going to destroy. So when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets Shining Sarcophagus or a monster that mentions it that you control, quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, increase the level by 1. Oof, guys, I'm going supersonic right out. Some of these duels are just insane. Like, just trust. This deck is going to be top of the pile. Literally, fuck your bell, fuck Tempai, fuck all of that shit. This is going to be it. And I'm going to be honest with you here, I don't want that to be the case. Look, at this situation, yeah? By having Scareclaw Kashtira out, you can reduce the attack of the Silent Magician 0, negating its effect, putting it back to, obviously, base. But by using Turn Silence, you can banish this card from the graveyard to end the battle phase. So it saves you an extra turn. And also, you're going to increase your attack. Plus, even if they were to activate another spell card, you're golden. You could just nuke the board again. Boosting its attack, bing, bang, boom, hit for 48. Gandora is... Oh my god, Gandora's back. Ladies and gentlemen, Gandora is back. Okay, so this is me playing up against a Tempai player, aka Trophy. Let's get it. Lucky enough, to be honest, I want to say we bricked. We did in somewhat shape or form. They did kind of brick as well. But they could have activated Kaiman to be able to add Pydra, normal summon Pydra, add, and then play off the field spell, etc. But this is awesome, right? So, with the Infinite Impermanence being activated, you would target the Silent Swordsman 0 to try and negate its effect. But guess what? Its effect, when an opponent activates a card or effect that targets Shining Sarcophagus, or a monster that mentions it that you control, you can negate the activation, and if you do, increase its level by 1. So yes, we've had to use our negation, but Infinite Impermanence is a bye-bye. It's a gone-gone. So they proceeded to the battle phase, Genroku, trigger Genroku, but I call by the grave. Get rid of Genroku, goodbye. And then you attack with Fadra. Fadra can't be destroyed by battle anyway. Oh yeah. So activated the effect to increase its level again. The great thing about this, yeah, the great thing about this, once per turn, during your main phase, you're able to add one card that mentions Shining Sarcophagus. Normally, at this point, I believe I led into the gadget card, because the gadget card would allow you to get access to another card. So it's like a domino effect. Double call by Clutch there, double effect Veiler was kind of a stinker as well. But, so, normally, I have considered adding the gadget card, but you can play the Ties That Bind, which is even crazier. Because if you control Shining Sarcophagus and a monster that mentions it, special summon up to 2 level 4 or lower monsters with different names that mention Shining Sarcophagus from your hand and deck. Also resist this turn after it resolves. You can also special summon from the extra deck. This deck doesn't need the extra deck. It doesn't. You don't need Apollo Usu. You don't need all the shenanigans. Focus on the monsters that are core. These monsters are so good. If you grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And you played Nightmare Troubadour or even the older generation games, you would realize how crap Silent Swordsman is. Like, damn. Silent Swordsman, Silent Magician, both of them, they were cracked. I'm pretty sure they were I think they were the cards you got with a game at one point. I think it was Nightmare Troubadour. I think. So yeah, I had already had Silent Swordsman 0, so I just special summoned Silent Magician 0, and then Gadget Trio, only because then Gadget Trio would give me the spell card. So that way, if I was playing up into another crazy Tempai board, I would be able to activate this, increase the level of my monster, then activate it in the grave to end the battle phase. It's crazy. Powerhouse play. Powerhouse plays, baby. Obviously, with Fadra being in the way, we weren't able to do as much damage as I would like to. But this is the way I'm going to try and do these videos from now on, especially ranked videos. If you guys are enjoying them, subscribe to the channel, would be greatly appreciated. I will show the deck profile at the end of this video for what we have made for our rough sketch. But thank you for supporting the channel. More Yu-Gi-Oh content on the way. And let's get it. So as you saw, the Striker Dragon went to go for the attack, but we banished the turn silence to be able to prevent the battle phase once more. Then we activated the effect to increase attack by 500, added the spell card, activate the spell card. Did we not activate? Yeah, we activated during the battle phase. So this is awesome. This is awesome, right? I spoke about this, basically. So each player can draw cards until they have 6 in their hand. If you decide to run this with Slifer the Sky Dragon, you would have a really fucking strong monster on the board. Personally, you don't need to, but it would be an interesting way. There we go. Each player picks up 6 cards. Crank up his attack. You're chilling. Nice. Bing, bang, boom. Like, look, if you want more content on this, especially in this way, I feel like this way is a lot more exciting, more engaging than it is me sitting moaning about someone taking 45 years to take their go. But yeah. So you want to know the depth profile. That's what you're here for, innit? Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the community depth profile. This is something we constructed together. It's still a work in progress. You could... I have recently added Dark Magic Mirror Force, because if you bring out Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic, and it's destroyed by card effect, Lightning Storm, Dark Hole, etc., you can then special summon it to the field. So you can special summon this card, and then you can set one spell or trap from the deck that mentions Dark Magician. So... okay, I thought it was based on Shining Sarcophagus. I apologize. Scrap that. If you want to run the Dark Magician trap cards to be able to special summon it back, or even the other Dark Magician cards, I'm not going to say not to. I genuinely thought that would have helped, considering it's a Shining Sarcophagus card, but I was mistaken. Is there really anything that can contain that's beneficial for Dark Magician? We got a Turtle Soul, which isn't too bad. Oh, Destined Rivals. Oh, that could work. Yeah. So that way, that could work. And then basically, I don't know if you're going to be able to activate the trap straight away from it being played, but if you can, you'll be chilling. Because if you activate that, you can negate the effects of face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. I don't know if there's a better card. If there is, then obviously let me know in the comments below. It'd be greatly appreciated. But I think we might be onto a winner there. Maybe. But yeah. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try and keep these future videos about 10 minutes. So I don't want them to drag on longer than they need to. But if you can figure out a more effective trap card to add, it depends. You could probably run the Dark Magician engine for the fusion monsters and stuff, but I don't think it's massively necessary. Realistically, you've already got enough Super Poly targets, especially hammering your bell. You've got Starving Venom and Dragus Topelio to get rid of a fusion, potentially. You know, if you needed to get rid of, I don't know. Yeah, I can't even give you a name off the top of my head. But there's outs to other monsters. Extra deck was a struggle, personally. We do need to re-add Zeus. If you're wondering why I add Zeus back in, is because when you bring out Typhon, you don't want to attack. Like, you don't want to... No, you want to attack, but don't get rid of its overlay. Because if your opponent goes to attack, you can activate the turn silence. So then when it comes back to your turn, you can then go battle phase again and play into Zeus. It's a little bit of a complicated process, but it's effective. We'll drop Unicorn. Realistically, you don't need access code or obviously Underworld Goddess, but Underworld Goddess does help because you can get quite a few bodies on board. Access code is just there. I don't know why we've got access code. Let's just auto build and see what they add. They're probably just going to add access code. Yeah, they added access code. All right, no worries. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you experiment with this deck potentially. There's not many ultra rares in it. Like, in terms of the build itself, all you need is Shining Sarcophagus and obviously Gandora. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Love you all.